Hello dear students, hope you are all fine and in good health. In this voiceover video, we are going to study the concept of factorization with the help of questions. So let's begin with the recap of factorization. If I ask you find the factors of 20, 20 can be written as 2 into 10, 4 into 5, 20 into 1. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20 are all factors of 20. Now we come to the factors of algebraic terms. Suppose we have an algebraic expression 9x square plus 2xy. This expression has two terms, 9x square and 2xy. 9x square can be factorized as 9 into x and 2xy can be factorized as 2 into x into y. 2x and y are the irreducible factors because they cannot be factorized anymore. Now 9 is a number, so this is called a numerical factor, and the factors having the variable is called a literal factor. So x is the literal factor here and 9 is the numerical factor. Now we come to the question, what is factorization? So the process of writing an algebraic expression as the product of two or more algebraic expressions is called factorization. Factorization is the reverse process of multiplication. To factorize, we are going to use two methods, factorization using common factor and factorization using regrouping method. So let's begin with the first exercise using these two methods. Exercise 6.1, question number 1, F part. Find HCF of 3x square y cube, 10x cube y square and 6x square y square z. We have to find the factors of the HCF of this. So firstly we need to find out the factors. So let the factors of 3x square y cube, 3 into x square into y cube, 10x cube y square. The factors are 2 into 5 into x cube into y square, 6x square y square z. The factors are 2 into 3 into x square into y square into z. HCF is the common part of all these factors. So let's check out for the common part. Is 2 common? No, it is not. Is 3 common? No, it is not. Is 5 common? No, it is not. Let's check out for the powers of x. So which power of x can be taken as common? X square is taken common in all the three. Which power of y is common here? Y square is common in all the three. So x square into y square is the HCF. That means x square y square is the HCF of all these three terms. Question second, E part. Find factors of minus 26x square plus 18x cube. So firstly we need to factorize both the terms. So the factors of minus 26x square are minus 1 into 2 into 13 into x square, and factors of 18x cube 2 into 3 into 3 into x cube. Let's take out the common part. So 2 is common over here in both of them and x square is also common. After taking common, what is left inside the bracket? Minus 1 into 13 is left here and 3 into 3 into x is left here. So this can be written as 2x square into minus 13 plus 9x. So these two are the factors of this algebraic expression. Question number 3, D part. Regroup and factorize. X square minus 3y minus xy plus 3x. We have to regroup this first and then factorize. So we are regrouping the first one with the third one and the second one with the fourth one. Let's take them together. The first and the third and the second and the fourth. What is common in these two? X is common. After taking x common, what is left? X minus y inside the bracket. In these two, 3 is common. What is left inside the bracket? Minus y plus x, which can be written as x minus y over here. Taking x minus y common in both of them, what is left? X plus 3 is left. So x minus y into x plus 3 are the factors of this expression. Third, I part, regroup and factorize. So this is the expression a square minus a into p plus 3q plus 3pq. Here you can see that already there is a bracket. Firstly, we need to open this bracket. So multiply a with p and with 3q. So a square minus a into p is minus ap, minus a into 3q is minus 3aq plus 3pq. In these two, in the first two, what is common? A is common. In the next two, what is common? minus 3q is common and a minus p is left inside the bracket. So same thing is left inside the bracket, which is a minus p, and after taking a minus p as common in both of them, what is left with us? A minus 3q is left. So a minus p and a minus 3q are the two factors of this given expression. Now we are coming to another very important method, which is factorization using identities. So we have three identities with us, identity 1, 2 and 3. We have already used these identities in factorization, but here we are going to use them in a reverse order. So first identity says that if you have got an expression of the type a square plus 2ab plus b square, it can be factorized as a plus b whole square. If you are given with an identity, an expression of the type a square minus 2ab plus b square, it can be written as a minus b whole square. And a square minus b square can be factorized as a plus b into a minus b. So these are the three identities which we are going to use in this exercise 6.2. So exercise 6.2, question number 1, E part. Factorize 25x square minus 20x plus 4. So what we have to do is, we have to use any of these three identities. So let's check out which identity to use here. Since there is a negative sign in the second term, so it goes with the identity 2. A square minus 2ab plus b square equal to a minus b whole square. So we are going to use this identity, right? Now we are going to make 25x square in the form of a square and 4 in the form of b square. So 25x square can be written as 5x whole square and 4 can be written as 2 whole square. And the middle term minus 20x can be written as minus 2ab. So how can we write it as 2ab? So a is 5x and b is 2 here. So 2 into 5x into 2. This can be written like this. And you can see here after comparing that a is equal to 5x and b is equal to 2. So this is a minus b whole square. This is equal to a minus b whole square, and a is 5x and b is equal to 2. So 5x minus 2 whole square. Question number 1, B part, H part. X to the power 4 plus 2x square y square plus y to the power 4. Now again we are going to use identity number 1 because all the three terms over here are positive. So it goes with the identity 1. A square plus 2ab plus b square equal to a plus b whole square. After comparing this we get, so let's begin, that x to the power 4 can be written as x square whole square and y to the power 4 can be written as square of y square, right? And this term 2x square y square can be written as 2ab form, 2 into x square into y square. So here after comparison you can see that a is equal to x square and b is equal to y square. So this can be written as a plus b whole square, and where a is equal to x square and b is equal to y square. So a plus b whole square or x square plus y square whole square. So this is the solution of this. Now question number 2, E part. We are given 512x square y square minus 72 and you are asked to factorize it. So what we do, we can see here that 512 is not a perfect square, neither 72 is a perfect square. So firstly we need to take the common part out. So let's take out the common part. 8 is common in both of them because 512 and 72 both are divisible by 8. So we can take 8 common out of them. After taking 8 common, what we are left with? 64x square y square minus 9. Now 64 is the whole square of 8. X square y square are the whole square of xy. So we can write it in the form of a square because here we can use the identity a square minus b square equal to a plus b and into a minus b. So we are going to use this identity over here. So let's write them in the form of a square So 64x square y square is equal to 8xy whole square, and 9 is the square of 3. So this forms a square minus b square form. A square minus b square can be factorized as a plus b and a minus b. So after comparison, we can see that a is 8xy and b is 3. So this becomes 8 here and a plus b. So 8xy plus 3 and a minus b, 8xy minus 3. So these three are the factors of this given expression. Now we come to question number 3b part. Factorize x square minus y square minus z square plus 2yz. So now here you can see that there are 4 terms, but for applying the identity, our given expression should match with any of the 3 identities. So we can see here that the last term 2yz. If we are given 2yz over here, then the square of y and square of z should also be there, and these 3 can combine together to form an identity. So here we can see that y square is there, z square is there, and 2yz is also there. So let's take minus sign common over here. So we have taken a negative sign common. After taking minus sign common, we are left with y square plus z square minus 2yz, which is identical to the identity a square plus b square minus 2ab, which is equal to a minus b whole square. So here we have got x square, and this can be written as in the form of a minus b whole square, where a is equal to y and b is equal to z after comparison. So this can be written as, this whole expression can be written as y minus z whole square. So we have got x square minus y minus z whole square. Now you can see here that another identity can be applied to it, which is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b into a minus b. And after comparison, we can see that a is equal to x square and b is equal to y minus z. So this can be written as a plus b. A plus b means a means x plus y minus z, and b means a minus b means x minus y minus z. So this is a plus b form and this is a minus b form. Let's open the smaller bracket. X plus y minus z and x minus y plus z. So these two are the factors of this given expression. Now we are going to do the factorization by splitting the middle term. This is very important method which we normally use. So we'll be given with a quadratic expression. A quadratic expression is of this form, where a, b, c are the real numbers and the coefficient of x squared, that is a, is not equal to 0. So this is the standard form of a quadratic expression in x, right? Let's come to exercise 6.3. Question number 1. We are given factorize x square plus 6x minus 7, and we have to use the method of middle term splitting, right? So what we have to do is we just have to multiply the coefficient of x square with the last term, that is 7. The coefficient of x square is 1 here and here it is 7. So 1 into 7 makes 7. Now we have to find two factors of 7 whose sum or the difference is equal to the coefficient of the middle term, that is 6. So we know that 7 cannot be split into any two factors other than 7 into 1, that is 7 plus 1 or 7 minus 1. So we have to make 6. So we can write 6 as 7 minus 1 because 7 has two factors, 1 and 7. So 6 can be written as 7 minus 1. X square plus 7 minus 1 into x minus 7. Now just open the bracket, x square plus 7x minus 1x minus 7. In the first two, you can take x common. In the last two, you can take minus 1 common. After taking common, what is left with you inside the bracket? X plus 7 in both the cases. Now x plus 7 is common in both of them. So taking x plus 7 common, what we have got here? We have got x minus 1. Right? So x plus 7 and x minus 1 are the two factors of this algebraic expression, which is the quadratic expression, and we have used the method of middle term splitting. Now we come to question number 2. Factorize 6x square minus 39x minus 21. Taking 2 common, we get, see, you can see here that what is common over here? There is 3 common over here. So we are taking 3 common. So first take 3 common. What is left with us? 2x square minus 13x minus 7. Right? Now we can factorize 13. How can we factorize 13? Means how can 13 be written as as the sum or the difference of two factors? Let's check this out. We have to multiply 2 with 7. So 2 into 7 becomes 14, and we have to factorize 14 such that the sum or the difference of two factors is equal to 13. So 14 can be written as 14 into 1 are the two factors of 14, which can be written as where 13 can be written as 14 minus 1. Okay, so we are writing 13 as 14 minus 1 over here. So this is 2x square minus 14 minus 1 into x minus 7. Open the bracket. 2x square minus 14x plus x minus 7. In these two, we have taken 2x common, and in the last two, we have taken 1 common. What is left inside the bracket? In each case, x minus 7 is left inside the bracket. Right? Taking x minus 7 as common, we have got 2x plus 1. So these three are the factors of this given expression, which is a quadratic expression. Now here, question number 2, y part. Factorize 9 into x plus 2 whole square minus 6 into x plus 2 plus 1. So this question can be done if we put x plus 2 equal to some other variable which is equal to y. So let's assume that x plus 2 is equal to y. Substitute y in place of x plus 2 in this given expression. After putting, we have got 9x square minus 6y plus 1. Right? Now here you can see that this is a quadratic expression, and we have to factorize this. So how to factorize? That we have to multiply the coefficient of y square with 1. So 9 into 1 is 9, and we have to find two factors of 9 such that the sum or the difference is equal to 6. So 3 3s are 9, and 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So we can write 6 as 3 plus 3 over here. Right? Now open the bracket. 9y square minus 3y and minus 3y plus 1. This is equal to this. In the first two, we can take 3y common, and in the last two, we can take minus 1 common. After taking common, what is left inside the bracket? 3y minus 1 in each case. After taking 3y minus 1 out of these two common, we have got 3y minus 1 again. So 3y minus 1 and 3y minus 1, or 3y minus 1 whole square, are the two factors of this expression. But we have to find the factors of this expression. So what we have to do next? In place of y, we again have to replace x plus 2. So in these two factors, we have to put x plus 2 in place of y. So putting x plus 2 again in place of y, we have got these two. Right? Now just open the bracket. 3 into x plus 6 minus 1 and 3 into x plus 6 minus 1. So 6 minus 1 is 5. So 3x plus 5 and 3x plus 5, or 3x plus 5 whole square we have got. So such questions are done in this way only. Okay. Now we come to the run through. So in run through, we are going to do question number 2, L part. All right. And it is, this is like factorize minus 9 L square minus M square minus M square minus L square. This is M square minus L square. Now you can see here that L square minus M square and M square minus L square, they both have the same terms, but there is a difference of sign only. So what we can do to make them similar, what we can do, we can take a negative sign common, right? So if we take a negative sign common out of these two, it will become like plus 1 over here. That means we have taken minus 1 common. So after taking minus 1 common, this minus minus becomes plus and it becomes L square minus M square only. Okay. So we have got, after taking common, we have got minus 9 into L square minus M square plus 1 into L square minus M square. So you can see here that L square minus M square is common in both. Take the common part out. So L square minus M square is taken common, and after taking common, what is left with us? Minus 9 plus 1, right? Now minus 9 plus 1 is equal to minus 8. So it becomes this. Now this is of the form L square minus M square, and the form is similar to A square minus B square. A square minus B square can be factorized as A plus B into A minus B. So the two factors of L square minus M square are L plus M and L minus M. But what we are doing is we are adjusting this negative sign over here, right? So multiply with this negative sign, it will become M square minus L square. Okay, we are adjusting the negative sign. So this became M square minus L square, and the factors of M square minus L square are M plus L and M minus L. So these three are the factors of this given equation. Now question number 3 R part, factorize using suitable identity. So here there are two terms you can see, and 60 is not a perfect square, neither 15 is a perfect square, neither P cube is a perfect square, nor Q cube is a perfect square. So we have to take common in these two. What is common here? 15PQ is common here. After taking common, what is left with us? 4P square minus Q square is left with us, right? 4P square can be written as the square of 2P, and Q square can be written as the square of Q. And we are using here the identity A square minus B square equal to A plus B into A minus B. Okay. So this can be factorized as A plus B into A minus B, where A is 2P and B is Q. So 2P plus Q and 2P minus Q. So these three are the factors of this given expression. And we have used the identity, this one. Now 5C, question number 5C, divide using factorization. Simply we have to divide these, and you can in the form of division we can write it like this. We have divided this, and what we have done, we have taken 7 common out of these two. You can see here that out of 14 you can take 7 common, and out of 49 you can take 7 common. After taking 7 common in both, what we are left with? We are left with 2P plus 7. Okay. And 2P plus 7 was in the denominator also, so it is going to cancel out. After cancelling, 2P plus 7 with 2P plus 7 and 10 with 5. 5 2s are 10. What we are left here? Here we are left with 2. 5 2s are 10. So we are left with 2. We are left with P, and we are left with 7. So we have got 2 into 7P, that is 14P with us. And this is the answer, that we have done the division after factorization or using the method of factorization. Question number 6, B part, find length. Given area is equal to B square minus 7B plus 10 square units and width equal to B minus 2 units. See, we are given we have to find the length of a rectangle where area of the rectangle is b square minus 7b plus 10 and the width is equal to b minus 2 units. Okay. So area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. And if we want to find the length, what we have to do? We have to divide the area with the width. And we have got all the values also. So firstly, what we are going to do? We are going to factorize the quadratic expression of area. So let's factorize this expression. 10 has to be factorized into two factors such that the sum or the difference is equal to 7. So 10 is equal to 5 into 2. 5 2s are 10. And 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So what we have done? We have written 7 as 5 plus 2. Alright. And now we are going to open the bracket. B square minus 5b minus 2p we have got here and plus 10. And in the first two, what is common? B is common. In the last two, 2 is common. And you can see here that inside the bracket, what we have got? We have got b minus 5 here and we have got b minus 5 over here also. Okay. So b minus 5 is common in both. So taking out b minus 5, what we are left with? B minus 2. So the two factors are b minus 2 and b minus 5. Okay. Now area is equal to this, b minus 2 and b minus 5. So in place of area, we have put b minus 5 and b minus 2 and divided by the width, which is equal to b minus 2. And you can see here that b minus 2 is cancelled with b minus 2 and we have got b minus 5. So the length of this rectangle is b minus 5 units. I hope this is clear to you. All the methods, everything, it has been clear to you and you have understood it well. So thank you so much for all the patience.